Uh, Alright, let's see here. Alright, that's okay. Anyways, to build on the thought I put in chat earlier, I really think of when it comes to designing cards for Scuffed, I really try to focus on how can this work on a deck. Like for pure vanilla cookie, for example, I know massive spoilers here for a new expansion now that Chelsea Rebecca's casting and Cookie Run brought me back into the game. But but yeah, like for pure vanilla cookie, I really wanted to focus on it being a to really being the quintessential pacifist cards, and it would do low damage but provide massive support, you know. And even when it comes to the mythic version, I wanted to keep with that idea to like, because like I think it's basically immortality bed, but in a hermit, which I did consider not doing since I generally like to stay away from cards, hermit cards that are just effect cards, but as a hermit, or effect cards that are just hermit cards, but as an effect card, you know? That's why I've changed, that's why I've been working on changing the artifacts over, because originally they were their corresponding hermits rare or ultra rare attack, but as an effect card. Which like really didn't so well, especially when it came to like Hypno and Impulse, because it basically removed the challenge of having those specific hermits in your deck if you want to have that specific ability in your deck, you know? Which is why I've also tried to like make more niche cards. Like or like try to make more combo cards because that helps a lot in the terms of there being cards that do not need to function. Where am I going with this? What was I talking about? I just rambled on for so long. I don't even remember what I was talking about initially. Let's see, hermit cards. Oh, I wanted to basically ask myself, could you build a deck around this card instead of sticking this card into a previously existing deck? That's my thought when making a card for Scuffed. Or even if it is just sticking a card in an existing deck, would this card like be able to build a deck around a new deck while also being put into another deck? Like I don't want there to just be straight upgrades of cards. While that is inevitable, especially when it comes to hermits and like common hermits, but also basic effects, like it's impossible. It's like near impossible. Like with Flint Steel and Composter, they aren't like direct upgrades of each other. They're like alongside, which is why I wanted it for so long for Flint and Steel to go down to zero because it's not an upgrade. While Fishing Rod, it is just a straight upgrade of Composter, where you don't have to discard your other cards in order to draw other cards. While like for a card like Lantern, that introduced a bit of a bit into the mix, but I still think it was too overpowered to go down to two tokens because it really helps in those decks where you need a specific card to work with another card. And like I'm tempted, like when it comes to Immortality Bet, I thought for a while, should I add this card to Scuffed? Because it can potentially make for a Mythic Hermit that is unstoppable. Like literally unstoppable unless you have a few niche cards in a game where there's already hundreds of effect cards, you know? But then I came to the answer of, what if I just edit the card in a way to where it's balanced? Like, what if I were to take Immortality Bed and have it to where you would have to swap to another hermit, but you'd be able to instantly set up the hermit you had, and combining it with a card like Chorus Fruit, you'd be able to instantly switch back. You'd be able to switch back to that hermit within a turn without having to sacrifice an attack. And if you wanted to switch back to that hermit within a turn, you would have to sacrifice an attack, which means that you give tempo back to the opponent if they have a card that attacks AFK Hermits, for example. Which, and also that's why I feel like it fits a lot better in Scuffed, because there's a lot of other ways to attack AFK Hermits. You know, there's a lot of ways to deal chip damage to AFK Hermits. That way, if they have a really tanky active Hermit, you could work around that. Which is why I also wanted to try to buff other ways of dealing damage, with with Shockwaves and Storm. That was like when I thought of, because like when it comes to certain cards, like Fortnite, man, Fortnite has been such an inspiration for how to do different mechanics and stuff. Because I was like, the move of using the storm to deal damage to your opponent is like such a great thing to pull off. So what if I were to put that in Scuffed somehow? So I thought, and I came to the conclusion of having the Storm be a biome card that would deal additional damage over time and would also close in over time. That way, if you had the movement in order to move to a different row, you'd be able to avoid the storm. However, if you didn't have that mobility, you'd end up getting stuck in the storm and taking storm damage, you know? So then it came down to figuring out how to use it offensively instead of just having it be a challenge to put on the board. So then I remembered shockwaves, impulses, the shockwave hammer, you know, like cards that, things that were designed in Fortnite to do that very thing. And then also cards that exist in the game already that aren't Fortnite based, like Lizzie. Like like it just, I'm just being reminded of the ridiculous combos you could pull off in Scuffed. Like putting Hatsune Miku in a Looper deck, for example, is just perfect. But also I like the types that have a lot of variety, especially the ones that are grounded in the base type, base set. Like if I think of Builder, that could have a lot of potential, or PvP even, since PvP has the most hermits, but also has like iconic base set hermits like Cleo and Wells. You can really keep Cleo and Wells in a PvP deck, but also have a card like I can't think of any PvP deck from PvP card in specific, but like Zave, for example. Although I don't know how that would help exactly, since it's mainly wait, no, is ultra rare that gives cards. So that would actually would that help at all? Forcing, well, forcing herself AFK could be used for uh for swapping to Cleo. That could be a useful thing. But also Zave's card is basically Vsauce, but a bit better. So I might have to revisit that token cost eventually for Zave's card, not Vsauce, because Vsauce is just the perfect negative token card. -1 token. Flip a coin. If heads, your attack is successful. If tails, it is not. And also just the attack name of, or is it, having that condition is just so funny to me that it's honestly one of my favorite cards that I've designed. Even though it's such a simple idea. But also I feel like the simplicity lends to that being my favorite card, you know? Who's gonna be the one to get the last walk in? Huh. Oh. Look at that. That is a finished platform. What was I? Oh yeah, Vsauce being one of my favorite cards. Yeah, unironically, Vsauce is genuinely one of my favorite cards. And doing this whole map building project, I'm tempted to make a custom card in the future with this map function. I need to grab my shovel because I don't have the resources needed for this. Because my shovel is back here. Good thing I'm mending on it recently. But also, if my suggested idea for how to handle TCG goes through, I might just call it quits for my base. Like I might just wrap a few things up, hold that building competition to get the village built, and then like maybe have it, and then maybe like postpone the manor or something. Like if I'm being honest, I really like the Pale Forest idea, but I don't know if I could do it. Like it's an idea that came up in my head, and I was like, ooh, I want to do that. But then when it came to actually doing it and actually planning out the resources and all the creativity that would have to go into it, I just don't think I have the energy to pull that off, you know? So I might postpone that for like next season or something. I might just continue my base next season. Like I might just rebuild, rebuild my base. But in a different part of the world, or like maybe like make the village part of that area, you know? Oh, God. I'm tempted to drop out of the dog catcher race too, because like my enthusiasm for it has just dropped. But I do want to do it because I really want funny plotlines to happen because of it. Oh, I just wish it could go faster, you know? Keep the snow. Got it. Doesn't mean I won't be digging up all the snow I did there already. Put down. But yeah. Um, I'm gonna miss the space, but I think I've come to the conclusion that I'm not gonna fish now in time. I might just push for the season to end earlier and then like work on base in a single player world or something. Because you know what? Actually, yeah, I'm gonna focus purely on server events and finish my base another time because I just don't have that enthusiasm with it right now, and I don't think it's gonna come back in time to where I'd be able to finish what I have planned. So yeah, it pains me to say it, but I think I'm going to pull the plug on the project of it being completed and then work on it another time, which I hate to do since I do it a lot, but it's just not the kind of thing I could do right now. With the state my mental health is in, it is just not in a good space to work on that than have it not finished. I'd rather come to terms with it right now instead of having to come to terms with it all of a sudden. So yeah, I'm. Yeah, it feels weird to say because something I worked on for a while. The rabbit is gone. Why has it got such big ears? Hmm. Hmm. uh. Whoops. Oh wait. leg, tiny leg, arm, torso, maybe like an arm that's like stretched out in front, and then the hair. Oh, I don't know what to do for the rest of the stream though. I was expecting the stone placing to last longer than 20 minutes after I started streaming. uh, Mute myself so I can eat for a second. Did not mean to say slime there, I meant to say slim. Then the E just auto came out. God, that was a good taco. Taco Bell never does me wrong. It's always a good go-to cheap food to eat. Do we have the snow for the snowman though? That's my question. Time for some fun. Bam. 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 Oh boy. Huh, there we go. I don't have a lead. I'm just gonna nudge it in the right direction. There we go. Alright, here we go. Come on, Snowy. This is your name now. You are now Snowy. You will always be Snowy to me. Wait, I wonder. Nope, okay. It was something I had to try. Alright, but what if I sprint? You do stay caught up. Okay, so if I just warm myself up and then sprint across. There we go. Anyways, you know what? I should probably talk about the Skips campaign. Do I think it's ever going to happen? Yeah, maybe. I want it to happen, if I'm being honest. I really want it to happen. I just need to get the motivation. No! Snowy! I should have taken him to the edge, man. Gotta check if there is pumpkins, shulkers. If not, oh, let's go get a damn pumpkin. That item placed down. It was just an egg. Piece of rotten flesh. Look. Snowy's death, and that was just straight up horrifying. Luckily, there is a pumpkin pretty close to my base I could grab. Oops, I should have muted for that. Oh, I apologize dearly to anyone who's listening currently or after the fact. That just came up real quick. Damn, I need shears now. See, this is what the death of a snowman does to a person. Do I have enough iron? Alright. I was like, the hell do I have a bunch of paper and sticks in there for? But yeah, no. Warcraft TCG, baby. Shears. Shears. Cheers. This'll do. This'll do. Alright. Bam. Bam. Wrong way. Almost out of food already. Gonna have to go diamond mining. Alright. But back to the Scuffs campaign. Before Snowy died a horrible, terrible death. Snowy 2, Electric Boogaloo. Oh. Alright, Snowy 2. You are now Snowbird. This is the peak content you came here for. No, but there's probably nobody. Am I even okay? Minecraft visual is on. I've got the damn hot lava chicken song stuck in my head, man. I'm just thinking to the tune of Steve's hot lava chicken right now. Doody 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 doody. God, I need it is desktop audio on. I just need to listen to the song to clear it out of my head. I need this for myself. There we go. My palate has been cleansed. I forgot what comes after it, playlist wise, since I did listen to it earlier today. But I also just have it embedded in my brain from the amount of social media I've consumed today. Should I give it a shuffle? You know what? No. I know what'll work. To really clear my mind. Wait. Okay, no, that's 594. Or 534. It's not even close, okay. I just thought the original version of Gangnam Style. Come on, Snowbird. Okay. I I was gonna talk about a stupid song, but now I'm just disappointed in Snowbird. This song is genuinely quintessential 2010s. Oh, this song just fills me with nostalgia. Do, 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 do. Oh no. I heard Guardian shoots that can't be good. Do, 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 do. So now. Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. This is so stupid, man. Oh, the snow machine is coming. Bow, bow, bow. Well, I do love the kneecap rest for Fortnite. I really want there to be a season where gunplay is main focus because I feel like I've forgotten how to use a gun. But like with all of the non-gun items, I feel like I've forgotten how to genuinely use a gun in close quarters combat. Like I need a Maven auto back in my life, man. But also, I'd love for the Shuttle of Hammer to be brought back to normal BR. If I line you up between two blocks, come on, there we go. No, no, okay, you just gravitate towards a specific block. Okay. Dude in the hay. The tiger. The very survivor. The torch lights forever. So has driven the storm to the way. Survive. Alive the tigers. Let's down the survivors. Of the tiger. Oh, do snowmen die in the nether? Snowbird might not be able to come home. God damn it, man. What I have to name him? Snowy's already dead. We're gonna get this done, Snowbird. One way or another. Just me and you going along our line. So they can go across multiple blocks at once. I was lied to by the mechanics. Come on, Snowbird, we can't catch up if we do stuff like this.